Hello everyone and welcome back to another Movie Nights movie review. Today we're going to be reviewing Wes Anderson's Asteroid City.
Yes.
This is obviously the latest film from Wes Anderson. It has an all-star cast of people I'm not even going to begin naming.
Almost too big of a cast, some would say, but we'll get into that.
Yes. It's rather huge. Mm-hmm. We had a chance to see this movie recently.
Yes,
and
we did.
We're going to kind of dive into our thoughts on it. If we do spoiler thoughts, it won't be towards the end of the video, and we'll give a fair warning if that does even happen. Mm-hmm. So for now, let's just dive into our general thoughts on the movie. Nicholas, what you think?
Overall, I enjoyed it. I think probably between the two of us, I would say the bigger Wes Anderson fan.
Yes.
Or I've seen more of his movies, but I do really like him. I think when I did like my ranking list on my LetterBoxd description, I think it ended up being like middle.
I can't fucking believe you did that.
If you're interested in seeing it, it's in the description. I think it was literally like dead smack in the middle.
Of like the ranking of his films?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think underneath it I had French Dispatch, which I wasn't really a big fan of, Isle of Dogs, and Moonrise Kingdom, which I want to revisit. People are probably going to get really mad in the comments.
Yeah.
I do want to revisit those, but just off of initial reaction.
Yeah.
If you couldn't guess by my hat what my favorite movie is, or, the sticker that's been on my laptop since we started the show.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm in the same boat as you in regard to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. I'd say the only big issues I have with it is that it would kind of lose me throughout the runtime, and then something I really would enjoy would happen, and it would get me back, and then it would lose me, and then it would get me back. I thought it ended very strong. The end of the film was very good. Lots of great performances. Standouts to me were Scarlett Johansson,
Yes,
Steve Carell.
as Steve Carell was like the motel manager.
Yes.
I liked him a lot.
Maya Hawke, I thought was excellent.
Yes, I liked her
personally.
character.
And the three little girls were great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
Tom Hanks did all right.
yeah, I agree.
Better than some of the stuff I've seen him in recently. So that was a good win.
One of his stronger recent outings. Yeah.
Good win for Tam Hanks.
Team Hawks. I love that there's miniatures in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just love miniatures, and no one ever uses them anymore. So like when I saw the train sequence and everything, I was like, yes, more of this, please.
I think that my biggest gripe with the movie, and it's kind of a two-sided coin, the structure of it in terms of the meta-ness of what you're watching, I felt like at times was very convoluted, and it would take me out of what I was watching trying to figure out where I am in this structure. But that being said, I think my two favorite scenes in the movie, or the ones I found the most impactful, took place outside of that.
Yes.
Which is a tough balancing act to buy into. But I feel like just a little more clearance on that would have been helpful.
I agree. That's when I say like the movie would lose me and then gain me.
Yeah.
It's because of that structure. Some of the scenes I thought worked excellently. Some I was like, I don't even know if that was needed. Yeah. Really. But it was an interesting take, and it was a tough balancing act. The unfair thing towards Wes Anderson films, like in terms of my criticism or enjoyment of them, is I know going in that the cinematography and the set design and the art direction are going to be beautiful. Yeah. Like that's a given with a Wes Anderson film. So when I review, if it was any other movie that looked and shot like this and it wasn't Wes Anderson, I would be giving major props to how good it looked and how pleasant it was. But I don't do that because I expect that from Wes Anderson. So I don't want it to go undervalued that the cinematography, the set design, and the art direction of this movie are immaculate. The costumes, too. Like, I could see on those technical aspects, I could see even this early, like, Oscar stuff.
Oh, yeah, even if, like, I don't really think anything else will come out of the movie. Like, I don't see it winning a Best Picture nomination.
No.
Maybe, depending on how things go, maybe Scarlett Johansson. But beside that, I think from the technical standpoint, I think it's going to do very well, at least in terms of nominations. Yeah. I just wish, like, with his other stuff, when he goes into that sort of, like, how Life Aquatic is this documentary, and you're watching the documentary crew like that, or Grand Budapest, where it's the girl reading the book about the story about this guy's life. That worked, and not to say that this one didn't work, I just felt so bogged down by the convolutedness of it. Yes. But when it worked and you saw what he was going for, it worked in spades. Really worked, it just didn't work in spades the whole time.
I agree. I am in full agreement with you on that. And I will say, depending on the story and the theme of his movie, his deadpan, dry humor characters work more than other times. And I think there are certain scenes of this movie where it's perfect, and there are certain scenes where it doesn't value what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And that was more apparent than some of his other movies that I've seen, where his other movies use that to their advantage of how they're going to play out the tone of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, I forgot to mention Jeffrey Wright was fantastic.
I
loved Jeffrey Wright.
I think he gave the best dry deliveries.
Yes.
Like, I think he got the Wes Anderson humor.
Yes, absolutely.
And Steve Carell.
And Tilda Swinton.
Well, Tilda Swinton's great in everything.
Yeah.
I think Tilda Swinton's character might have been my favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really liked, in terms of just what I like about Wes Anderson movies, the design of things that are always outlandish. So, like, those that have seen Life Aquatic, the marine life being that kind of claymation, stop motion thing.
Yeah.
But these, like, that rainbow seahorse, like, that kind of stuff all worked for me, and that's what I liked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing goes for this movie with, obviously, spoilers, but you've seen the trailer, the alien.
Mm-hmm.
The style of the alien worked for me really well, and that's what I go to a Wes Anderson movie for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would say, I have not seen as many Wes Anderson films as you have, but of the ones I've seen, I'd probably put this in the middle.
Yeah, that's where I have it.
Yeah, So, yeah. I recommend it if you're a fan of Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
I would say if you've never seen a Wes Anderson movie before, I don't know if I'd start with this one.
I would go Grand Budapest. I think that is I think that's his best movie, so that's also kind of not my favorite movie, but I think technically his best. So that's kind of the double-edged sword there of do you start with the best, but that's like the best example of his style.
Yeah. I agree. But yeah, overall I enjoyed the film.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think if you like a fan of that style, you'll enjoy it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next review.